Ladies, go ahead, mama, make it hot now. I need me a love that's gonna make my heart stop now. Go ahead, mama, make it hot now. I need me a love that's gonna make my heart stop. Go ahead, mama, make it hot now. I need me a love that's gonna make my heart stop now. Go ahead, mama, make it hot now. Yeah. What I need, where the ladies at? Is a pretty woman next to me. Yeah, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Oh, yes, yeah, what I need. Where the ladies at? Yeah. Is a pretty woman next to me. Where the ladies at? Yeah. Someone to truly understand, baby, how to treat her. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, yeah, what I need. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. Oh, yes, yeah, what I need.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of Love and Quarantine, being brought to you by Good Vibes Only, powered by Courvoisier. I am CJ the Gifted. I am your host for tonight, and let's just go ahead and kick that show off, man. So for those of y'all who don't already, follow me at CJ the Gifted on all social media platforms. If you don't follow the team, at GVO Nation on everything, for real, on everything. So tonight we have a very special edition, man. We got a full roster of ladies tonight. Shout out to all the ladies that's a part of the show tonight. And for those of you all who have been watching the show, these are not new faces for you. All right, these are some people that we brought back that really, showed us a lot of personality in the previous shows. And I've been having a lot of guys hit me like, yo, I really got some stuff, man, I want to get off my chest. I got a lot of things that I'm curious about, and I really want to learn more about certain things. But when I go to ask these questions myself, I always tend to get myself in trouble. Well, I'm not really opposed to being in trouble. And I'm open for conversation. After all, that's what this platform is about. It's about us having this conversation, man. And really understanding each other just a little bit more. Okay, I'm not a matchmaker, but Cupid is my homeboy. You feel me? And he gave me these superpowers, man. To really, you feel me, feel vibe. So before we get started, man, let me know where y'all tapping in from. We got Rodney in the building. Dion, what's up? Rodney, what's good? And yeah, go ahead and reshare this stream right quick. Tell all your friends to tap in, because tonight we finna just dive deep. So without further ado, I would like to bring one of our first friend of the shows back up, Miss Lena. Lovely Lena, how you doing?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. And then we got Miss Lex returning back again tonight.
What's up?
What's good? And then we also have Mia. Mia, what's up? How you doing? How are y'all doing? Oh, she was muted. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Great.
Good. Yeah.
How's quarantine going for y'all?
Boring.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. You have to be very
When you
creative
say
at this time.
what's the most creative thing that you've gotten yourself into?
Being a part of a lot of different background work. I'm used to working in the background somewhat with like the brand activations I was doing before and managing that. But
Okay.
just even coming up with a full outline or premise of what the execution is and why we're marketing and what the strategy is. So it's all like pure brainstorming from like myself or my team. And it's been really rewarding because what it challenges you to do is see what else you're capable of beyond what you've already been doing. So
Right.
Yeah,
Most def. Most def. Mia, Lex, what y'all been getting into during quarantine?
Trying to stay creative, still use my camera, even though I don't have a lot of clients right now. So that's pretty much it. Just trying to take pictures of random stuff and keep going.
You had me.
Let's do it. Something, please.
Listen, I got you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Lex,
lie. I haven't been feeling creative. I've been super lazy. But now that I'm realizing it's almost over, I guess. Or it may
you think
be
so?
longer.
Right.
It may
Oh,
be
okay.
longer.
You
I'm like, okay,
think so?
let me do something. Let me do something with my life.
Most
So
def.
I'm
Most
about to
def.
start being creative. I haven't. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
It's okay.
Ain't
Maybe
nothing.
you needed a recharge. That's what it
Right.
was.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people needed a
Has
recharge.
has your rest now? It's time to get back to the grind.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
for the people who don't know, I guess who you all are, y'all mind sharing y'all age, where you from, what you do?
Sure.
I'll go first, I guess, just because. Okay. My name's Lexus. I'm from Lansing, Michigan. I am 28 years old. I sing, and that's about it. That's me.
Cool. Who we got next? We got Mia, Lena.
I'll
I can
go.
go.
Oh, go ahead, Lena.
So I'm 29, but I'll stay 29 another year because this year doesn't count.
I like that.
I'm from Auburn Hills. That's where I currently live. And I'm a market manager. So what I do is brand activations. I send out brand ambassadors for just different all around brands, and they have our models, aka brand ambassadors. They're pretty much walking billboards. They're an extension to the brand. And then as for me, besides that, I model myself. So that's one of the things that I do beyond that. So yep.
Most definitely. Then straight to you, Mia. You got the shirt on. You might as well go ahead and explain why you got the shirt on. What you doing with that?
All right. So I am a photographer mostly. That's like my main thing I do. I love taking pictures. I'm 25 and I'm also from Michigan, Flint, Michigan, to be exact.
Most definitely. How did you get a shirt on though? That's what the real question is for
I'm
some
part
people
of
who
the
might be
team.
wondering. Okay, what do you do for the team?
You tell me, what do I do, Chris?
Oh, some of everything, y'all. She's the reason for love and quarantine happening. She sent me a text one day like, look, man, you should really do this because you are always good for these type of conversations. And I think it'd be fun. We in quarantine, we might as well go ahead and do it. So shout out to Mia for putting this whole idea together. She's the producer behind this thing. And so yeah,
Right.
for those of y'all who don't know me, I am CJ the Gifted. I'm a DJ radio personality. I mean, in this case now, you pretty much call me a multimedia personality. All right, I'm online with it now on the radio in Lansing, Power 96.5, and just an all-around entrepreneur, man. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself, but that's enough about me. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these questions. So pretty much we just gonna have dialogue tonight, ladies. We got somebody else who's gonna be tapping in with us a little bit later. And we'll, I guess, get caught up with who she is once she taps in. But the first question that we have down tonight that needs answers: is there a such thing as a man being too emotional to y'all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody care to elaborate on that?
You want to go first, Mia?
Sure. It's probably on this side of the camera. Yeah, it can be too emotional. That's with anybody though. Like anybody can be too emotional. Me myself being emotional. Um, I know how I can be, how that can be annoying to other people. But I always try to like maybe hide it or just like not show my emotions. But a man, I don't think it's wrong with men to have emotions because they're people too. But too emotional. What would be an example of that? That's hard. I don't know. I'm blanking out right now. I'm sorry.
You good? You good? Can somebody help her out? What would be classified as
Yeah.
too emotional for a male?
I personally don't really care for men that are super like argumentative. and like they have to prove a point or they're being petty or whatever, because
Mm.
then typically they that leads into them being like super emotional, and that just doesn't work well with me. So I think that it's like a fine line being able to, like, let's say you with your chick and you guys get into it about, I don't know, social media. She doesn't like the picture, you get all emotional, and you stormed out the house, or just, it's just
Mm.
a right and wrong way to approach it, especially being a man, the foundation of your relationship. And a woman has to stand strong too, and present the relationship the same way. But I think like dudes that likes to argue, that's usually like a red flag. You got too much emotion, too much time, too much energy to go back and forth with me. So let's just come up with a resolution. So I don't really care for that. To me, that's a little too much emotion right there.
Yeah, I think that's
Most definitely. See,
like the communication. Like if you can keep a level head about it, fine. But if you get like all riled up and you just huffing and puffing and stirring around like a 3-year-old, that's way too emotional. Like you got to calm that down, learn how to handle your emotions the proper way.
for sure, for sure. Y'all actually put a spin on that. I wasn't expecting that type of response on that. I guess that is an emotion though, even if it is aggressive, rather than something being sensitive. For somebody to still share their emotions in an aggressive way, it's still emotion. So yeah, yes, you can have emotion, you can have feelings and emotion, but being extra
It
don't
goes
like
both
it. For
ways.
sure,
It goes both
for
ways.
sure.
Like Mia was starting to say about both female and male. So I don't think it's really a gender thing, personally.
Most def, most def. Lex.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not really an emotional person. And like I said last time, I haven't been in that many relationships. Like the one long, like only kind of relationship I had, like we were a lot alike. So I
Okay.
don't know. I never really had an issue, but I will say, being on like social media and looking at what other like guys and people post, like if you post something like emotional all the time, that really bugs me. Like, I don't know, boys be on there like girls, like, man, I just need a girl. Like, I wish I had a girlfriend. These girls don't know, they don't want a good guy. They like, I don't know. I don't like that stuff. Like, I'd be like, bro, stop crying. Like, that's emotional to me, and that's just maybe not gonna want to talk to you. Like, I never had an issue where I was talking to somebody and I felt like they were too emotional. But if I see you online and you're emotional and you try to talk to me, like, no, it's not gonna
Most
happen.
def,
And
most
maybe
def.
that's mean, but I don't know.
Nah, I
So,
agree that
I
that
don't
is
like that.
a turn off.
Yeah, no.
although I do want my partner to have emotions, I'm assuming. Being more emotional than I am is a huge no-no. I would elaborate, but I'm just trying to listen as much as I can. I tell you what, Jenny Smith, go over to our website, thegvonation.com, and you sign up to be on the show. And we can hear what you got to say as far as, men and their emotions. Men and their emotions. So, Lex, you said something, and it actually rolled me right into a question
Yeah.
that's probably finna, blow some noses up, turn some people red. But you said some guys, hold on, what is the definition of being too emotional? Love is an emotional, so it's not bad to be too loving. Well, they kind of said it, just being too aggressive, like just being like too much for real, for real. And it seems like a problem isn't being too emotional, but not being able to control or communicate. Lindsay, okay, okay.
I think being too emotional is when you lose like the ability to like restrain yourself when necessary, or being too emotional is when you're not considering others around you, because you can feel whatever way you want, but if it's in a way where it like disregards how it affects other people, that's what's being too emotional.
Most deaf. Most deaf. So yeah, like you was rolling into this next question that I got on here. When you said guys be posting like, man, females, they don't know what they want, da 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 da.
Yeah.
So one of the
Yeah.
questions that I actually have down on here is I'm trying to word this right so I don't get myself in no trouble.
Mhm.
So the question is, why do good guys always finish last
Oh
with the
God.
women who cry all the time about wanting a good guy to come along?
Hmm. Like I said, I haven't been in that many relationship. I don't know.
No, I mean, but just speaking from what you know, though, like from what you've seen, what you observed from maybe even your friends or your sister's relationship, because you said you got sisters, right?
Yeah.
For sure. So, like, what is it that you I guess take in from the good guys that never really get the opportunity to shine, like how they should be, because they be everything that a woman be wanting, or however that works,
Well, first of all, if they are one of the people posting like this, like the good girls don't ever want me and want crying, then like that's one issue. Um, but then also, so I feel like sometimes like the good guys don't they be too scared to like shoot their shot, maybe. You know what I mean? Or
when
like I don't know. I feel like the people who are not gonna be good, I guess for you. I don't want to say they're not good guys or whatever, but like they shooting their shot. They shooting out a bunch of shots, I'm sure. But like at least they're
Mhm.
trying. I feel like some guys, it's how like guys say like girls they don't really shoot their shot. They just be thinking about you, and if you don't sense it, then you missed it. Like I feel like good guys be feeling like that. Like we just supposed to know they good guys. I don't know. Guess based off they posts or like that they want us, but based off what they post or something. I don't know. I don't know.
So
I feel
when I
like
when I wrote this question down, I had in mind of the guys that, because I see sometimes women, they do post some of the DMs that they get. Like a guy sliding her DMs and be like, "Hey, hello, beautiful," or like saying some poetic stuff. You feel me in the DMs, just really trying to get her attention, and it
okay.
never really works for real. I guess when I'm asking this question, I'm talking for those type of guys who are
Who
brave
are
enough,
shooting?
who do have the confidence, yeah, who shoot
I
their shot.
I mean I feel like I can, because we're let's not blame it all on men. So let's be honest. So I mean, male or female, we've all been through something, right? And so it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of up to us to be resilient and walk into a new relationship um, with giving somebody 100% energy. And a lot of times we don't, male or female at that. But then even more so, they actually did a statistical study as far as like how many women believe that they don't deserve good men, and it was an overwhelming rate. It was like 70 some percent women could have a good man, but not be accepting of it or receiving that type of love or whatever, because they feel like they don't deserve it. And so that's
Women
where,
feel like they don't deserve it.
yeah. Yeah, so I think people's past challenge this, like their ability to be open to, experiencing somebody different or stepping outside their comfort zone. Like, I think most people tend to date the same people all the time. They just have a different face, but they have the same vibe or aura about them that attracts them. And then they end up in the same situation. I think it's an unconscious thing. Now, maybe that's not the case, but on the flip side too of it, I think that some of us tend to friend zone men that we're not used to dating because he doesn't fit our typical standard. So, yeah.
Most deaf. Most
But
deaf.
then, like, even just because somebody's a nice guy, that doesn't mean I'm gonna automatically be attracted to you. Like, just because you're a good guy, you got a good job, you have good manners, that's great. But you just don't fit me. Like, that doesn't mean like, oh well, I'm the full package. Like, why don't you want me? Because I just don't. Like, I just don't. You're not attracted to me. Like. That doesn't matter. Like I'm a full package on my own, so I don't need to be like, oh, I got all my stuff together. I'll treat you like a queen. Like that's great. But if I feel like I'm not attracted, why would I be in a relationship with somebody who I'm not attracted to just because they're a good person? Because
Correct.
that's not a good relationship.
Okay. Okay.
And the kind
Well,
of girl
y'all actually
she
wrote.
was saying, she was like, just because he's a good guy doesn't mean he's a good guy meant for you.
Right.
So pretty much in conclusion, what Mia just said, like that's true.
Most deaf. So let's get a little personal right quick. Do y'all have like a criteria list that men must meet before y'all give him an opportunity, give him a shot? Like, do y'all look at this list, pull this list out, and be like, check. Nah, he ain't got that. Yeah, it's a wrap. Is that a thing?
Yep. You want to look up through? Yeah, I definitely have a list.
Yo, is that your list for real?
No, it's not my list for real. No.
I was gonna say, yo, was you looking out your window or something, writing down different tactics that you seeing outside? Like,
No.
what's on this list?
Nah.
So, no, is the list a real thing though?
Yes. it's basic requirements. Like any job you apply to, like they have basic requirements. Like my list isn't like super picky. My list isn't like super picky, like where you have to have a certain amount of money or a certain car, stuff like that. But it's just basic essentials. Like you have to have your own things. You can't be living with your mom still, since I'm not, like stuff like that. Like and personality wise too.
Okay. Lex,
I feel like
Lena.
I don't really have a list.
So
I
you,
feel like
you
I
just go
just
with the vibe.
I was about to say that. I basically go off of vibes. But I'm sure there are reasons in my head on like subconsciously, which is why I don't like stick around with them people. But I never really sat and thought about like exactly all the things I need. I kind of just go off vibes and then see if it works, and if it don't work, then for some reason it don't work.
Most definitely.
I mean, I think to a certain extent, like I like what Mia was saying is to have like a basic understanding of things that you want and things that maybe you absolutely don't want. But then on the flip side too, I agree with what Lex was saying, because it's like you don't want to overthink things too prematurely and then end up sabotaging maybe something good because you have this like list. But I agree with what Mia was saying once again too. Like it's not about how much money you have or what type of material things you have. Like, do you have a mind of your own? Are you making your own money? I mean, you can have $1 million mindset and you're just not there yet. That's called potential. But if you're not using that potential, then it's always going to be a waste of energy. So if you're that person that's always talking about what you're going to do, then more than likely you can't talk to me, because at some point you have to put something in motion. And I look at it like this: men that follow through on business plans, if they're not following through with you dating wise, then they're not invested in you, because there's no way you follow through and you ran a business or any of those things and you can't do that with me. Treat it the same way, same energy.
Dion said, "What's your list?"
She wants to
Dion wants to know what's your
know
list.
my list or your list, because you got the notebook.
Because you got the
What's
notebook.
my list?
Yes,
Hey, let's start. Hey, man, I want all of y'all to answer this question. If Lena, what's on your list? Like, what would you say the top 3 things are on your list? You don't got to go down the
I
whole.
can give you a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, I can give you a couple. I think one of my most important expectations would definitely be like having goals and actually following through. Because goals are one thing and follow through is a whole different thing as well. So those two things have to add up. And then if they don't, then it really doesn't make sense to continue anything, because if they can't do anything for themselves and follow up with their goals or their ambitions, then 9 times out of 10, anything that you do with that person is going to have the same energy. There's just no way.
Most definitely.
Another one, just having a basic understanding of how they want to like manage their life or their lifestyle, because there's too many people out here living lifestyles that they can't afford. And in reality, it's like you don't want to be with somebody that's going to be a potential liability to you.
So you said guys is out here living a lifestyle that they can't even afford. Now
It's both sexes. It's male and female.
okay, most deaf. I was finna low key hit you on that one. Like, do you think that women live a lifestyle that they can't afford? But faith without works is dead. That's facts, Rodney. Faith without works is definitely dead. And Lena said, if you ain't got that, bro, if you watching, yeah, it's dead. It's dead. Let me see, Mia. What's on your list? You got your notebook. Go ahead and flip to the page somewhere. I know it's on there.
Let's see here. Number one, I am a creative person, and with that, I have different hustles and different things that happen at different times of day. Like I don't have a typical schedule. So I'm somebody that understands that, like they understand like how my world works, and then like honestly, most of the guys that I've dated are creative in some form, and that's like one thing like we can like bond off of and like relate with, and we can teach and learn from each other. So definitely somebody that's creative. Also, what would be another thing? Ooh, got so many things to choose from here. Shoot. Oh, motivation, for sure. Like Lena said, like I've dealt with some laziness, and like I've exerted all my energy in trying to push and push that person, and then I'm not getting that same motivation and push behind my back. So I'm just like draining myself trying to push somebody else to further their dreams and their aspirations when I'm kind of like not giving myself the same energy or not being reciprocated. So I definitely need somebody who's ambitious and a hustler like me. Do I have to do one more thing?
I mean, if you have one,
Uh, optimist, like this attitude overall, like pretty much I'm a happy person. Like I'm not one of those people like, oh, I wake up and I'm grumpy. Like I wake up, I'm ready to go, I'm happy. Like I have to have somebody who's optimistic too. Um, just because a negative person would drain the life out of me and I can't take that. And like I literally would be miserable. So somebody who's optimistic, creative, and a go-getter.
most def. Lex, I know you said you don't necessarily have one. But
Mhm.
if you could think of 3 things that would be on the list, if you was to write a list down, if you was to pull out a notebook and have a list, what would be the top 3 things that you would have on your list?
Um, yeah, one I think would be like to be a go-getter. Like it doesn't matter what you do. Like I mean, like I'm a creative person. Like another creative person would be cool, but as long as you're like hustling to do something, you know what I mean, and excited about it. I don't know. I think that's cool. Um, I feel like they got to be funny because I don't know. I just like laughing and watching stupid, funny stuff. And one more thing. Um, I don't know. I guess it was. I don't know.
Lex ain't got
Patient. They
no
gotta be.
time.
I really don't. I really don't. Because I'm telling you, I don't be thinking about this stuff. Like, it's probably why I ain't got no
Why
man right
is
now.
that?
I don't be. Huh? Why don't I think
I
about
said,
it?
yeah, why is that? That's I guess it's unusual to me because a lot of the women that I encounter, that especially like when we around this age of pushing 30, a lot of women are talking about relationships and stuff like that. Not
Yeah.
saying that you not a normal woman or nothing. I'm just asking like why is it that that's not on your priority?
I was just with somebody, like one person for a long, long time,
Maybe. Come
Mm,
on.
and like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I never really had time to be alone because sometimes we like were living in different states because we was going to different schools and all this stuff.
got
But
you.
like me finally being by myself for the past like couple years, I
You've been
really
liking
like
that.
being by my yeah, I like being by
You've been liking
myself. And it's gonna take a
that.
lot. Like I don't have a list, but it's gonna take a lot for somebody to just come in and change that. And I'm just not looking for it. So whenever it
Okay.
happens, it'll just happen.
Most
I
def.
don't
Most
know.
def.
But maybe that's one thing is patience. You gotta have patience with me because like I said last time, I lack consistency and giving a fuck. So
Here.
you got
Oh,
you gotta be patient with me or at least make me want to talk to you like
okay.
all the time. So I don't know.
Most def, most def. And to anybody who's watching right now, drop in the comments. If you have a list, females. This is a female specific episode, fellas. We gonna save you for next week, bro. Just hold on tight. I guarantee. Matter of fact, go over to the website, fellas. TheGVONation.com and sign up to be a part of the show next week. Because we definitely need some fellas for next week. But if you are a lady watching, what are some of the top 3 things that you prioritize on your list? If you have a list. Jenny Smith said, I would say God fearing, number 1, goal oriented, number 2, and affectionate, number 3. For sure. For sure. And Rodney, yeah, Rodney, we gonna wait next week, bro. We gonna wait next week. Uh, so Lex, I know you said you're not necessarily looking for anything,
Uh-huh.
but it kind of rolls me into the next question. When you do find somebody that you are interested in, or Lena and me as well, when y'all find somebody that y'all are interested in, that you find have these things on your list, or at least come off like they do, how do you know the difference between a guy who's genuinely interested in getting to know you, and a guy who just wants something from you? And have you ever felt like you've missed out on any opportunities just because you had your like you bit these walls up thinking that they was trying to get something from you rather than really trying to get to know who you were?
Um, I definitely I feel like I always got my guard up. So I know I was talking a lot about like DMing and like messaging somebody, like shoot your shot. But honestly, anybody who shoots their shot at me online, like I'm just not really talking to them. Cause like I said, I'm not really looking for that. And I'm just feeling like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen in person. Like, you know, it's just gonna be like vibes, which means I've definitely probably have missed out on a bunch of good guys, but I don't know. I don't know why I
For
did
sure.
that.
For sure.
No excuse.
What's the question again? Can you
The,
rephrase
the,
it?
the, the question is, how do you know the difference between a guy who's genuinely interested in getting to know you and a guy who just wants something from you? And do you ever feel like you've missed out on something trying to protect yourself from heartbreak?
Mm, definitely, I think a part of it is like when they decide to communicate or how they communicate. Um, that's like a big like telltale sign. Like if you're hitting me up at 2 a.m., come on now. I know what you're trying to do. Like what your goal is. Like so that, and then like, or they're so busy but they only hit you up when they want to come over and chill or whatever. Like you kind of know from that. And then it's how they kind of are around you, like what their conversation is. Like if their conversation is about what their goals are, their aspirations, what's going on in their life, stuff like that. Or it may just be simple and basic, like, oh, what's your favorite color? Uh, what do you like to drink? Stuff like that. That you kind of can tell from like a male's conversation too, as far as what their goal is. I feel like because if we're not talking about anything serious, then what are we talking about for what? Like you're just trying to find a way in. That's how I feel it.
Most def, most def. Let me see. Lena, are you with us? Can you hear me?
I am. Yep.
For
So
sure.
prioritization is key. Like if you mean something to that other individual, they're going to prioritize their time, even if they are busy. So I think prioritization of time is important. That's the true sign of like showing interest. And then I also believe like the type of environments they invite you into. So like I agree with Mia, if they're always trying to like come over or invite you over, that's not really something I'm trying to do. And I feel like a lot of like there's a lot of back and forth of male and female where they say, well, why I gotta go out and spend this money? Like to a certain extent, you want to put a woman in a neutral environment before you get super close. And
Hmm.
especially depending on what type of woman you're handling, that determines a lot too. So I mean, even a simple, we can go for coffee, we can go for tea. And if, I mean, maybe you're not ready to spend money on dinner, that's cool too. So I think it's about having that happy medium of knowing where to put that person in a certain environment so they feel comfortable and safe. And I feel like if a guy goes out of his way to make sure that you're feeling comfortable and safe, then that's a true sign versus you coming over, or, like Mia said, like some late night. No, I'm straight. Good night. I
You
have to
know,
work. Seriously.
Most def, most def.
Chris, as a
So
male,
let.
can we hear you?
Uh oh. What's up?
Uh-oh. I want to
Right.
hear like what do you men do? Like how? Because I mean, you're the only guy on the show, so we can only ask you right now.
Hmm. Hmm.
So when a guy is serious about a girl, how do y'all portray that to a woman without being too much? I guess.
Um, Let me see. When a guy is serious about a girl, say the question again. I'm trying to really make sure I understand it before I go ahead and.
So how do you show that? How do you express that to a woman? Like, hey, I'm interested in you without even having to say it.
Without having to say it. See, I feel like that's a dangerous thing to do. Simply because a guy can be doing all of this stuff. A guy could be, he could be the pure Romeo. You feel me? Doing the flower thing, sending you flowers, buying you lunch, and doing all the cute stuff. He can be doing all of that, and he never really knows if the girl really has any intentions on wanting something with him. So I think he should definitely know for a fact if it's even worth him to pursue, waste his time and his money and his emotions, because we have emotions too. So I don't think a guy should do it without knowing for a fact if it's really an opportunity. But if it is an opportunity, I think that ways that guys or me, for instance, do it is we do put that time aside, from our schedules, especially being mid 20s, pushing 30. We put that time aside to really, just bond with her, bond with a female, bond with that person, find out who they are outside of the bedroom, and yeah, man, just really getting to connect with that person in all type of ways, and stepping outside of their comfort zone, and doing things they normally would not do. just to experience new things and really build those memories and have that fun with somebody. I don't know if that answers your question or not.
I guess you did all right. They told you not to answer in the comments over here though.
They said don't answer, Chris. Say the question for next. My bad, shit. I should have waited. You right. You right. And right, Mia have to wait. They told you to wait. They told you to wait.
Sorry, y'all. I'm nosy.
So we trying to get Lex back. Y'all got any other questions for me right quick while Lex trying to get back in here? Shoot, we might. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and turn the table right quick. I will let y'all triple team me right now because this is y'all show. This is a show for the women. We get these questions in. I guess from our perspective on y'all might as well go ahead and just throw me some stuff. And if I'm answering wrong, bro, I need y'all to, you feel me, shut me up in the comments, man. I'm gonna go ahead and try to take this double-headed horse on right quick.
So I have a question. Have
Get
you
him,
ever
Lena.
dated
Get
a
him.
woman and
You
she's
broke
a
up. Start over. Hold on. Start over.
have you ever dated a woman that you were 100% interested in, but then I don't know, shortly after you realized she was, how did you address it? Did you say it to her, or what'd you do?
Wait.
Or did you ghost her?
Say that, Mia. Can you repeat that? Her. I don't know if it's on my end. I don't want y'all to think I'm on some games trying to answer these questions.
I think her question
He's
was.
trying to defer and deflect.
I knew it was gonna come. That's why. Come on, go ahead and help me out with this one.
I think she was saying if you initially had interest in a woman, but then you start to date her and like, I ain't really feeling her. How do you? Am I going right, Lena? Like, how do you break up?
Yes.
How do you cut it off?
Mm-hmm.
How do you cut it off when you're interested into somebody and then you find out that you don't really want to talk to them anymore? Well, that's when you stop responding back to text messages and stop answering phone calls. I'm gonna be honest. That's the easy way to do it.
You just go. You just go.
No. It depends.
Say you on your own.
Now listen. It depends on the situation. How long were we talking? Because if it was earlier on, then yeah, you just slow up on the communication. But if y'all have been talking for a while and it's something like, you feel me, I don't know, like she got BO or something, you feel me, and it's like, yeah, no, I can't deal with that. Like, like it depends. How long into this situation are we in?
I mean, you can elaborate on that. I mean, I just wanted to give an example. It could have been 2 months. It could have been a year. Like, I mean, I just want to know how you would communicate that. Like, whether it's a small, like, breakup or whether it's a big breakup. And maybe you could elaborate on reasons why it didn't work.
Okay, so I'm going to break this down in 3 parts. All right. If we just started talking, okay, if I had just met somebody and we just exchanged numbers and I caught early on that she wasn't really what I was feeling, I would really just ease up on that communication. If we was midway in between, yeah, I would ghost. I would ghost at that stage. She deserves no explanation. And then again, I guess it depends on what it was that turned me off. But this is me. So then midway, if we are into something, and it's a relationship, if we move to that relate, well, nah, that's not even halfway. If we seriously talk and we become exclusive with each other, then I would bring up whatever the issue is first, and try to see if we can fix that. All right, so that's the first things first. We got to try to see if we can fix whatever it is that done got me this far that I'm starting to look at you sideways like, yeah, nah, I really don't even know. And then if we are in a relationship, if we are in a serious relationship, of course, we got to start with talking it through. Then we got to maybe the first one is a warning, like, hey, yo, this is kind of bothering me, Then give it some more time. Second time, it's like, yo, like I mentioned this before, it ain't looking too good. Then the third time, it's like, yeah, this ain't gonna work, and then. We out of there. So
I have another question for you.
Oh my God.
Get him again.
So have you ever been in a situation where you were dating like 2 or more female, and how did you juggle that, and how did you determine which one you prioritize more of your time with?
See, I've been through some young-minded things. I had a lot of growing to do. When I was in that situation, I definitely tried to make both things work. So I'm not the right person to ask that question for. maybe next week, on Love and Quarantine, we got some guys who can give a more gentleman answer on that, because I had a lot of learning to do back in my day. Okay, I had a lot of learning to do.
I even want to hear that answer still, because we want to hear from all points of view, not just one gentleman answer. We want to hear the rough and the
real.
We want to know about the ugly.
That's what you're gonna find out next week. That's what you're gonna find out next week, right here on Love and Quarantine. No, but seriously though, I'm gonna stop playing. Yeah, when I was in that situation, I didn't handle that well. I didn't handle that well, and I was really trying to make both work. Just trying to see which was the better option. And yeah, I mean, in the midst of me trying to figure out what was the better option, things exploded, and yeah, it turned real ugly. So in my case, I didn't handle that situation well. But for y'all though, if y'all are talking to a guy, and you find out that y'all not interested into him no more. Like, how do y'all handle this situation, or how should women handle the situation when a guy, he got her to a certain point to where she's comfortable with him, and then something happens, or he starts to act a certain type of, that switch up happens. Because after that switch up happens, things get real. How do y'all, I guess, explain that y'all don't really be interested in that no more? Do y'all ghost? Do y'all start responding back, or what? Like, answer this now, but on y'all behalf.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Now, when I was younger, I probably would ghost somebody. I mean, as I started to get older, sometimes I'm just like, sometimes I'm super blunt with it. And then other times I'm like, I'll try to ease myself into a conversation, because sometimes it's about understanding why people do certain things. So if you don't understand why people do it, then it's kind of like, I guess it comes across like you're judging them. And that's really the last thing you want to do, because then you're going to offend them even more than likely. So I would maybe ask why they do what they do and let them know that it bothers me. And if it's something that I feel like I can't deal with or tolerate, then I'll let them know.
Okay. For sure. Lex, Mia.
I used to ghost people, depending on the situation. Like, if I ghost somebody, more likely than not, I gave them their number while I was under the influence, and they started texting me. I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking, but that's not it. So if it's a situation like that, I probably would ghost. Not gonna lie, because it's just like we had literally no type of relationship, like not even a friendship. But if I've been talking to somebody even for like just a couple of weeks, and then like I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna work out, I'll be like, you know what? I'm not really interested in this at this point. So yeah, I would just have to be honest about it.
For sure. Lex, you got any insight on this one?
Yeah. What I tend to do is like not ghost people, but kind of like slowly distance myself to them, where they're like, hey, what's going on? Like, like I feel like you're different or something. Then I'll be like, yeah, I'm just not. I'm not gonna say I lie, but I'll, kind of say it in a nice way. Because usually it's just like I just lost interest for usually not even like big reasons, but hey, I'm sorry, I just got a lot or something like that.
Most def. So Mia, you brought up a very interesting point. You said you be out and about sometimes, and if you was drinking a little bit too much, and you find out after you done sobered up that you're not interested. Why don't y'all just tell guys all the I guess I kind of just answered my own question, thinking that one out loud, just seeing the situations happen. I was going to basically ask y'all though, like, why don't you just tell guys no, like when they ask for your number? But yeah, that
because you can get getting. Oh wait, hold on, we got somebody else joining in.
Yeah, we see. I'm finna make her David Ruffin appearance. You know how David Ruffin is on Temptations. I'm David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations.
I don't know. Sometimes like saying no is hard. Like, I'm a really nice person. Like, I don't like being mean or hurting people's feelings. Like, I really don't. Like, so to tell somebody straight up no, like, it's just hard to do. Like, just to, because it takes confidence to approach somebody. Like I recognize that, so I don't want to be like, get out my face. No, you're not my type. Like that's rude.
No, but you can still say it. You could, not like
I don't think it. I don't,
you can still be like, I'm flattered or I appreciate that, but no, thank you.
right.
Yeah.
I said that.
I think it's more so rude if you was to give me a fake number and then it ain't really your number. It's like, dang, why should you just say no or something then? Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
I be
Because
getting
then
real
again,
numbers,
like,
but then I just don't text.
well, see that y'all putting yourself in situations because if he see y'all out again, you know, the word is only so big. If he see y'all out again, he like, oh dang, there she go, bro. She gave me the wrong number last time. Maybe she, you feel me, messed up. Now you got to explain that when he come back to you and he say, hey, what's up? I done called the number. Yeah, see, so you might as well just go ahead and nip that.
We're gonna be like, no, we don't even owe him that.
Right.
I mean, some women are like that though. Like, to be honest, some women are like that. Like, I don't owe her no explanation. No, boy, bye. Like that's a real thing. That's a real thing. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome another friend to the show, Miss Sydney. How are you doing?
You're on mute.
You on mute. You muted.
Sorry. Hey guys, what's up?
Hi.
What's going on? What's going on? So for the people, the people who don't know who Sydney is, how old are you? Where are you from?
I'm 25. I'm from Michigan, but more so North Carolina the past like 10 or so years. Here, there, everywhere.
Most definitely. So ladies, I need y'all to help me out with this one. Do we put her on the spot and hit these questions with her like back to back to back to back?
Mm-hmm.
What did I be talking to?
All right. So without further ado, Miss Sydney, the first question that we started out tonight with is there such thing as a man being too emotional?
Yes.
What does that look like in your eyes?
Just everything is what I feel and after everything, it's like, bruh, how much feelings are you gonna have? So that to me is too much. I feel like if a woman does that, sometimes, you know, it's like, where are you? Like, because you're not in your bag. Like, so anyone who is way too emotional is too much. And men can be too emotional sometimes. Yeah.
Most def. So why do the good guys always finish last with women who always cry for a good guy to come along?
I think soft guys often call themselves good guys too much. Like, you're soft, bruh. That's why you're finishing last, because you're not being assertive. You're not dominating like women want. Like, that's what it is.
Hold on. Like y'all got to see these reactions. I'm not seeing these reactions.
I like him.
y'all not.
I just got off mommy duty. I'm ready to go, guys. Like,
you ready to go?
Actually,
in the case though, in the case where a guy is, you know, he's a stand-up guy. He got his confidence, and he does approach you the way that the man, like he's really a manly man for real. But he's just like extra affectionate. Like, is that looked at as being too emotional?
No, I don't think affection should be confused with emotion. I think emotion is just like all that energy that you have that can come out as like unknown. You're not voicing it right because it's just like a jumble of feeling. That to me is emotional. Like when you haven't processed what you're trying to say, but you're saying it anyway. That's like emotional. Affection, nah, you can give me all of that.
Right.
For sure. All right. Let me see. Do you know the difference in between a guy who's genuinely interested into you, or a guy who just wants something from you? And if so, do you ever feel like you've missed out trying to protect yourself from a heartbreak?
If I like prejudge and
prejudge as far as like you trying to tell if he's really serious about you or if he just ended for the, you know, put his hand in your pocket.
I don't even know what that means because nobody's getting their hand in my pocket. But I can definitely tell when somebody's like trying to get to know me and when somebody's trying to just fuck. So if that's what you're asking, as far as like use me, take my money, that doesn't happen. So
for sure. And then the other one is, Sydney really came in here just straightforward and blunt. Maybe I'm being too much of a nice guy right now. Let me stop being too much of a nice guy at these questions, man. Let me see. What was the other one? Oh, do you have a list that you go off of? And do you follow that strictly, or do you just go with the vibe?
I just go with the vibe. I never know what I'm looking for until I'm finding it. So good vibes only.
So we're going with the vibe. If go ahead, man.
You got to list your 3 on your list. You made us do it, so you got to do it too.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to say. So we're going with the vibe. If you were to have a list, what would be the 3 things that would be on that list that you went off of?
Funny, business minded, or just growth mindset, and affectionate. I like that.
Most def. Now, all of you ladies said something about men being business minded. I know a lot of fellas who are not into the entrepreneurship thing. They into playing things safe because they want to be able to, protect and provide at a very cautious rate. So is it a turnoff if a guy wants to, climb the corporate ladder, or not necessarily be a businessman, but works and like put in that grinding? Are y'all understanding the question that I'm trying to ask?
Yeah.
I think as long as you're trying to climb the ladder and not just being stagnant and comfortable, you know what I mean, where you're at, is the point, I think.
Yeah.
I completely agree, because everybody knows that if you want to be rich or just financially free, you have to have multiple streams of income. So it's fine. You want to climb the corporate ladder, that's fine. But stocks, bonds, mutual funds, like what else are you doing? That's also safe. You can be safe and still have a lot of streams coming in.
Most def. So it's not necessarily business minded, but financially literate. Financially financially straight. Like he knows about his finances and how to do that type of thing. So business minded isn't necessarily a thing. Just being responsible financially and being on top of his finances is really the thing. Just to confirm, right?
Yeah, but the growth part, I feel like, is a part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Say that again.
I said, yeah, but I feel like the growth part is a part of it. Like you said, climbing the corporate ladder, not just, you could be at one spot and still have your finances straight, you know what I mean? But like, what are you striving to do, or what, what's the next step? Like, where are you trying to go?
Most of I just wanted to clear it up because I know a lot of women don't like to be thrown in a bucket with other females and stuff like that. And y'all were just all saying, business minded and da. So I just wanted to clear it up to make sure that it wasn't necessarily he had to be an entrepreneur, but he just had to have his head on straight with his finances.
Right. I think
speaking of that, and
the fact of
no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think there's a delay. I think that just being business minded umbrellas the fact as an entirety that person is ambitious and they don't have to own their own business per se, but they understand the concept of maybe working well within their business in the corporate company, or if they are entrepreneurs striving for the next level of things. So I think, at least from what I interpreted from what Sydney said, that it kind of umbrellas all of those things. So it's not necessarily only entrepreneurs.
Somebody in the comments said residual income, and like that is perfect, because are you always going to be working, or like is there some point where your money is going to be working and making money for us when we're chilling on the beach somewhere? Like that's my end goal, and I feel like that's what I want my partner's end goal to be too, where we don't have to work but we're still making money. Residual income.
Most definitely. That residual income. For sure. And if you need to know anything about some residual income, if you need to step your financial game up, I'm gonna throw you a little gem right quick. When we done with this, go ahead head over to it's something on Facebook called The Real Money Coach, and they be dropping all types of gems, man, every Thursday at 8 p.m. I just had to drop that gem out there for anybody who really needs to boss their life up and really step on their financial game. There you go. And before I move on to the next question, if y'all got any questions that y'all want to ask any of these ladies, drop them in the comments for me. So this next question that I have is, when in a relationship, women always do women always have a guy of interest on the side just in case things don't work out with the guy that she's currently with?
A side dude? That's
basically. I wasn't trying to necessarily, you feel me? Do all women have side men on the side waiting?
That's not, I think it depends on how comfortable you are with your partner. If your man doesn't give you a reason to look elsewhere, then I mean, why do it? I mean, that's just my persona. But I mean, if you're not handling home, then there could be a side dude. There could be one. Handle home.
So in reverse, is it okay if a guy isn't handling what he's supposed to at home for a girl to go for a woman? Y'all women now, all right? We 25 and up. Is it okay for a woman to go ahead and do that? Like, is it justified if her man ain't doing what he's supposed to do at home?
No.
What's she doing with the side dude?
Communicate.
Huh?
Sydney.
You said what, Sydney?
I do. Like, is he like, is she being adulterous, or is she just got people lined up ready to go just in case? Like,
yeah, she got people. I was talking to it on the terms of like she's not necessarily doing anything adulterous, but she's more so, just got them lined up. Like he knows soon as that situation is done and over with, he's sliding in that thing.
But wait, how was that set up though?
What do you mean?
Like, are we talking about we're dating somebody, but we have people that we're not cheating with, but they're just in the wings, right?
Yeah, like they know what's up. It's that situation where y'all not necessarily doing anything, but they know, like, if you wasn't in a relationship, y'all would possibly be something. Like,
that's deep. I can't speak on that. I ain't never been in that situation.
You never been in? Okay, for sure. Has anyone here ever been in that situation or witnessed that situation?
Absolutely.
I think every girl has guys hoping to, like, wait for you to
I'm not talking about the guys hoping. I'm not talking about the guys hoping.
I feel like
I'm talking about they know.
Okay, well, I don't know, and I feel like most girls really be about they dudes. I don't know. I feel like dudes really be the ones with the side chicks, and it don't really be no side dudes. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but
thank you, Lex.
I ain't seen it happen for real. Not for real.
I have a full back over here, and I don't know if I want to play it because I don't know if y'all are gonna feel me.
Go ahead and say we want to hear
it. Go ahead. The flow is yours.
Yeah,
you came in here on 10.
I mean, I don't, guys, this is, yeah, I do for sure. All the way, I'm with it. Like, there's people from high school who are like, you were supposed to be my wife. Like, what happened? Like I'm not married yet. Chill. So, I mean, I don't see any problem with it because, like, when I'm in a relationship, like, I do my best not to cheat. Like, so I'm not going to be like doing anything that I don't want my partner to be doing. So yeah, they're there, but maybe there's not even any communication. But I know, like, as soon as like I want to open up the line, it's somebody gonna pick up. So,
but I feel like that's the same thing that I said. Like, you're not really talking to nobody, you're not doing nothing.
Yeah,
there's always somebody there. There's always somebody there waiting. Yeah. I don't know.
I think naturally by default, like if you have like good qualities and people can, like, see the basic stuff, like, yeah, she handles her business, she's about her work, whatever. Like, by default, it's always going to be guys in line. Like you said, it's impossible for somebody to not wait for whoever you're talking to mess up. But I think it's harder for us females to see it from that perspective because we're being asked if we do that. But if that's not the type of standards we set for ourselves, like, I see a lot of men still out here doing that and they're married. So I don't know where their dating cuts off. So I'm wondering, I'm not sure. I guess I can't see that from my perspective. They're still dating.
Most definitely. So that's what I was basically finna get into. Sydney was the only one that fell into the trap. I was finna basically say if a man did that, why is it shunned upon when a guy does it then?
Y'all be fucking them.
Exactly.
But like, if you're trying to have people, I will straight up tell you, like, you keep messing up and I'm sliding, like, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be hard to replace you. I'll let you know, like, I'm not going to talk about it. Y'all be like trying to flip your phone over and like act like, oh, she's crazy, she's tripping, like, like, no, you guys do too much. And that's why it's
too far. Y'all go all the way with it.
100%.
And in case where we don't, though, y'all still say that we doing stuff that we ain't. It ain't always. That ain't always the case. That ain't always the case.
But what are you doing?
That ain't
What
always
are
the
men
case.
doing
But anyway,
to make women feel secure and comfortable in their relationship?
There we go. That part.
what are men doing? Say that again.
So what would you describe a man like? What is he supposed to do to make a woman feel like comfortable and secure in her relationship? Because I think even if you're not cheating, there's sometimes where there's certain things that, and I mean, it applies to both male and female, but some guys have a tendency just to do things where it's not really comforting in a relationship for a woman. Like, it doesn't make them feel secure. So then it's just not a recipe for disaster.
Well, that's when it gets to that point and she feels that way. That's when that conversation needs to happen.
Which one?
But I was still asking you, like, what should a man do to make his woman feel secure and comfortable in a relationship?
In which situation? In a situation where she has somebody lined up that she's, or
no,
he has somebody.
We're not talking about that. Like, let's just say they're in a monogamous relationship, right?
Okay.
The woman don't have to be cheating or have a side dude. Okay, we're gonna just take that away. Just gonna say, okay. What is a man supposed to do to make his woman feel comfortable and secure in that she's his focus?
I'm having a hard time understanding this question, ladies, because her internet connection is going in and out. I am not trying to avoid this question. Can somebody, if you understand what she's trying to say to me, please reiterate it for me?
What is a man?
If it was more directed towards you, you would like understand it more. So, like, what do you do to make sure that your woman fully understands that, like, I'm about you, girl? Like, nobody can even hold a candle to you. I'm holding you down. Like, what is it that you do to make sure that she knows that without having to like use those words?
I know I'm not tripping. Yo, if y'all watching this, okay, can you type this question out in the comments?
Can you hear me?
I did not hear this question
Can you hear
for
me?
whatever reason. Look, somebody type this question out for me, please.
Can you hear me?
No. Time out. Somebody, if you hear what she's saying in this question, please type this out and put this in the comments so I can read it, because for whatever reason, my internet connection is must be trash, because I cannot hear this question. I guarantee you, I'm not trying to ignore it. Somebody please type this out and send it to me. Thank you.
Dion, we got to type
We are here. And I'm trying to hear this question. The presence of Teddy Riley is real, okay? and Nelly is here too. All right, I don't know if y'all peep Nelly's situation, but Nelly and Teddy Riley working together right now. And they not working too good, man. I'm trying to hold it down for the fellas. And the ladies, they loving this, dog, because they think I'm running from this question. But can somebody please
Can you hear me?
ask me this question one more time?
Can you hear me? I guess that's enough.
Who's talking? Is that you, Mia?
Yes.
Okay, I believe so. I'm gonna make you full screen so I can read your lips.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What nonverbal ways do you communicate to your woman to let her know that she's wanted?
That she's what?
Wanted. Like you want her. Like she's yours. Like that's mine.
What nonverbal ways do I? Okay, so this question has nothing to do at all with the side thing.
She said that.
It kind
No, that's what I didn't hear none of it. That's what I'm.
We were saying like if she has a reason, but we're not justifying if she has a reason to have a side guy. We're saying like, but in retrospect, what are the average people doing in a relationship, such as males, to make their woman feel secure within that relationship? So give us some examples of what you would do.
I mean, in that case, with me learning, over the years, you just really just got to be there and just listen to her, because y'all hint at when there's issues that's going on in the relationship, and if a guy's really paying his girl attention, he would be able to catch those issues that's going on without her necessarily saying it, but hinting at it. Like it's certain things that we just do as human, and I'm not a psychologist or anything like that. We're gonna get to you, Deshante McNeil. We got you. But there's something that we all do as human when we asking for attention. Like it's certain, like we just ask nonsense. Can you do that, like the dumbest things, and you just got to pay attention to your girl, fellas. When you pay attention to your girl, you know when something is wrong. Just like when she in the car or y'all at the house together, she's on her phone, she extra quiet, and you're like, "What's wrong with you?" She said nothing. Obviously, there's something wrong. You just need to start paying attention, bro. And if you're doing something wrong, that's the time.
Like not even to the point where she's just like irritating, she's not saying anything. Like just in general, what do you do to like let her know, like, oh, he's thinking about me, oh, he cares about me, oh, I'm his, that type of thing. Like
it depends. It depends on it depends on what she's into. If she's into the the flowers thing, or she's into the gifts, and then you give. Actually, I got the perfect answer for you. It depends on the love language of your girl.
That's a good answer.
It depends on the love language of your girl. It's not a general answer because every woman, every female is different. All right, I can't put y'all in one bucket. Y'all hate that. It depends on the love language of your girl. So, let me see. And if y'all really want to, get real specific, if y'all want to get more specific on that one, because I for sure just hit y'all with you feel me? Look, next week. Love and Quarantine, we shall return with a full cast of men that y'all can tear up. Fellas, learn your love languages, though, okay? As you can see, with me understanding them just a little bit, it makes sense. Learn your love languages. But let's get to where was we at with that comment? Let me see. I appreciate you, Dion, for realizing. Hey, I'm a lesbian, and a lot of women tend to be confused about their feelings. They lead me on continuously, but when I take a step towards giving them actual attention, they pull back. How do I discontinue this pattern? Do y'all got any advice on this one?
I have
your approach
first step question. Like, are they even like gay? Because I think some women are like more bi-curious than they are actually gay. Like, not to be funny, and then they kind of gravitate towards women that are actual like lesbians, and then it confuses the entire situation because obviously there's women that truly desire to be with women, and then I think there's some women that are maybe confused about, if they want to be with a male or female. So that's the first question. Maybe ask her background and understand if she's like really into women, or if it's maybe something that's a stage that she's going through. Like, not to be funny, I think that's important to ask.
Yeah.
Most deaf. Anybody else got anything on that one?
What did Dion say? Relax your approach. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, if somebody's not returning the same energy you're giving out, they don't deserve your energy, and stop, because you're just gonna put yourself in a void.
Or wait till they show you that energy first. Like, maybe sometimes or every time you're the one letting your feelings be known first. Like, maybe feel it out a little longer and see like where they're at before you let them know where you're at. Like,
for sure. So maybe she's catching these women when they're going through their curious phase. Do every woman go through a curious phase?
I think so.
Huh?
I think so.
I don't know what every woman does. I feel like some women are super opposed to it, and others are more like, yeah, let's see if I like it. So it's different for everybody.
I think everybody else is running from that. She said, I think so. I think so. For sure, for sure. So Dion asked me, what is the love languages? For anybody who are not aware of what the love languages are, it's words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Good
It's
job.
5 of them. Learn them. Actually, it's a book out there though. I believe it's like the 5 language. What is it?
5 love languages.
Man, what is the 5 love languages? Yes. The 5 love languages. Y'all should. Everybody should check that book out. And then there's another book too that's popping right now. And let me see. What is the name of that book, man? I'm gonna get y'all hip to some things.
Right here.
As
I got it.
you know what book I'm talking about? Oh, the 5 love languages. Okay, you got it. You got it right there. The book that I'm referring to right now is a book called Relationship Goals by Michael Todd. I see that's buzzing a lot right now. I actually just bought it last night, to be honest with you. That's another book that's buzzing. Because we need to really figure this stuff out, man. We need to make this a new norm. And just have this conversation a little bit more often. I really feel like it'll help. It'll help a lot more people out. Rather if it is something that they expecting or not. Like even if you're not looking for it right now, then fine. You feel me? But it's stuff that you should just pick up along the way until you feel me, you ready for it. Because don't wait until you're ready for it to start trying to do it. Because then that's kind of too late. Like, you ain't gonna be enough for somebody if you wait until the last second to really prepare yourself. What is the comment?
Why do just
No
women
dude
have
knows the
period
language.
phases? No.
Why do women have curious phases? Man, whoa.
It's a double standard.
He said, "Whoa."
Yeah, I mean that's a double standard for sure, and I don't know nothing about that one. So, yeah. I mean, I guess men can have curious phases too. Yeah.
Wait, she got another comment.
Yeah, I see. Go ahead, do your thing. It's acceptable for women to dip into the lady pond, but if a man were to explore his sexuality and be curious, even if he concluded that he does like women, and being intimate with women, he's still labeled as homosexual. All right, so how do y'all feel about that? Would y'all date or would you take a man serious if he's explored his options?
I don't think it's a problem. It was an episode of Insecure like that, I think. Wasn't it like the first season where they had one of the guys Molly was dealing with? He had his little face.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, he has to know who he truly is. So I'd rather him try and be like, oh no, that ain't for me, than be on the DL and hiding it. So
what if he tried it and he liked it and he was a bisexual?
That's not for me. But
so the double standard isn't on our side though. I think if that was to be the case, because obviously the men who partake in that are okay with that lifestyle. The double standard
are the ones calling them homosexuals.
Say that again.
I said, but the ones that are not are the ones that are calling them homosexuals. Like, I mean, that's gay. That's some gay shit. I don't know. That's gay shit.
That's none of our business, though. That's none of our business.
It's
that's
not
none of our business. It's none of our business.
It's
but
not.
It really. Go ahead. My bad. I'll cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say it's not, but it's like from women and men. I'm sure they feel it. Like if they do anything, then everybody is going to label them as that. You know what I mean? Not just women, but I don't know.
For sure.
But what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say. I mean, that's on y'all. Like y'all classify the men as that. Like it's women that be like, nah, he da la la. Like, and all right, and that's y'all. You can't come back from crossing the line. Facts. Shad, do you think that's the same for women as well? Sexuality is always a double standard. Men exploring are players. Women are called whores. Double standard. Yeah, that's a double standard. Maybe we should do an episode of Love of Quarantine and we just address all the double standards and really get people's opinions and their thoughts on double standards. How about that? What y'all think about that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of double standards.
For sure. Anything else that y'all
them?
say that again?
I feel like it'll kind of reinforce the double standards because like when we talk about them, what can we do about it other than just like there is no changing it. It's sad to talk about it.
Yeah.
It is, but I feel like that's something else that also needs to be brought to the table and discussed as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Ladies, I appreciate y'all for being a part of the show tonight. Does anybody have any other last comments? Anything else to say?
No.
So how are the men gonna get it? Like next week, like you gonna go hard on them?
So
or
look,
like-
here's the thing. Here's
Or
the
we need a
thing.
girl host.
We can only go. We can maybe Mia be on here, curating with me as well next week. Or if one of y'all want to volunteer, you feel me? Like, what's up?
I'll be in the comments.
Lex, what's
She's
up?
in the comments.
No, but seriously. So next week we are going to have a all male cast. And I will be talking with my fellas next week, ladies. If you're interested into that, go ahead and slide into our DMs at GVO Nation. Go over to our website, the GVO Nation, and sign up for one of the future episodes because after next week, the third week, that with these special editions, I want to bring everybody back together and let's just have a overall general discussion together with certain things, and maybe that's where we bring the double standard thing back in. Boom, there y'all go. There y'all go. Y'all just seen the whole thought just come back into fruition. But yeah, if you got any questions though, Sydney, to answer your question as far as how hard are we going to get it, pause. We can only get as deep as the questions that y'all submit at GVO Nation on all social media platforms, or go over to the website, thegvonation.com. As a matter of fact, send us an email, hello@thegvonation with any hello@thegvonation.com with any questions that y'all want us men to answer next week, because we are definitely coming back with this thing, all male cast. Shout out to each and every woman that was in this thing on the show, Mia, Lena, Sydney, and Lex, and then shout out to everybody that was in the comments tonight as well. Once again, if you don't already, follow us at GVO Nation on all platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Okay, if you missed the show, you came in a little late, you can replay this back. We got you on all social media platforms at GVO Nation. If you want to be on the show, once again, thegvonation.com is the website. We are here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And if you want to be on this show, thegvonation.com. I am CJ the Gifted. This is the roster, the cast for tonight. We appreciate y'all. Everybody, drink responsibly, okay, first and foremost. And if you have not tried Courvoisier, I suggest you do that. And we got a recipe that you should put together with that as you do so. I'm out of here. Thank you again, ladies. Y'all be safe. Y'all be careful. Don't get finessed. Don't fall in love with somebody who ain't really in love with y'all for real. And whatever else we didn't discuss tonight, this was a good conversation. A good conversation. If you enjoyed it, actually take a screenshot right now. For everybody who's still watching, take a screenshot right now, post it, and be like, "Yo, the show is dope. Y'all should definitely tap in." Look, we posing. Let's post on 3, y'all. 1, 2, 3. For sure. And tag us in it too at GVO Nation. We'll catch you next week right here. Next Wednesday, 8 p.m. We right back. GVO Nation presents Love and Quarantine, powered by Courvoisier. And I got that formula for you, the perfect formula for you to enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weekend. And remember, please continue to social distance. Okay, the sooner, you feel me, everybody just follow the rules. I know everybody we have a tough time doing that sometimes, but the more we can abide by whatever they telling us to do to help us get past this time, please, let's do that. All right, I'm tired of sitting in the house, man, and I'm ready to take this thing live somewhere, coming to a city nearest you.
Ooh.
I lied. We are not coming back. We going home. Well, actually, we at home. Stay home. Continue to practice social distancing. We out.